Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 12th day of Christmas. And Merry Christmas to all of those who are celebrating. Today, we are going to receive messages from Jesus, from the Christ consciousness. And for me, Jesus was somebody who incarnated and brought light codes to each and every one of us during a very dark time under the age of Pisces. Okay, and now we have moved into the age of Aquarius, and he wants to bring us even more light energy, light codes, activation, tools for ascension, tools to better understand ourselves. This is the purest of energy, of any energy that I ever try to tap into and touch on. All right, so we are receiving messages from Christ consciousness. And it says on the card, open your heart, spread unconditional love. Oh, look at this. Venusaurian Galactic Council, Star Being Guides, answer the call, time to shine. Jesus is associated with Venus, right? Venus is love, is the Holy Spirit, is Aphrodite, unconditional love, all right? And this is more than just the Christ consciousness coming in. Like, there's these other beings that I am not familiar with, okay, that are coming into this reading. And answer the call. It's time to shine. Do you want to activate your heart? Do you want to forgive? Do you want to rise above all the darkness, the heaviness, the density of this dimension into unconditional love? And this unconditional love is something that we have no concept of. But Jesus and these star beings surrounding are like, we are here to rise you up to that level if you so choose. Orion activation, supernova, recreation, renewal, rebirthed by light. Allow yourself to be bathed in the light of Christ consciousness. You're going to step through a portal. All right, embraced by light, mission uncovered, don't give up. Okay, so it's back to that light. And halls of Amenti, initiation, secrets revealed, treasures uncovered, initiations. Okay, you know, I have Thoth or Hermes Trismegistus prior to the time of Jesus, right? But I have seen certain spiritual people believe that Jesus was the reincarnation of Thoth or Hermes Trismegistus, okay? I'm not stating that's fact. I'm just bringing this up because we have the halls of Amenti, which are spoken of in the Emerald Tablets of Thoth. And if you don't, if you've never encountered them, you've never read them, I highly recommend, since it is coming through in this reading of Christ consciousness. So, you know, like I said, I've seen other spiritual people associate Jesus to Thoth as well as Hermes Trismegistus. And now with this coming through, this is the Christ consciousness leading us to the teachings here, okay? And again, whenever I recommend to look into something, it's not to change your current belief system or anything. It's through the exposure there, it's very activating to your consciousness, to your soul. And this activation that you receive is rising you up into Christ consciousness, into unconditional love. And when I say unconditional love, this is a vibration. This is something that none of us know. None of us have touched on. And it's not a human emotion. Okay, I know like we're capable of unconditional love, but this is something different, and I don't even know what to call it. But where we are now in the Aquarian age, with all the implementation of all the light codes of, the last several hundred years, we can now rise to that level. And Jesus wants us to know that, and is bringing in this Venusaurian council of these very high vibrational beings to help us through that portal receive that activation and receive a level of ascension. I'm feeling like, let me be your teacher. And for me, I know Jesus is centered around Christianity, but, I was raised Christian, and I always connected to Jesus as a very young child. And then as I broke away out of that belief system, the energy of Jesus never left me. In fact, my relationship became even stronger, and it was more like I was taken out of a bubble of protection in a certain belief system, and I was risen like up to a higher understanding. Okay. And I feel like that's being offered to all of us. And there's just like so much confusion, because any religious ancient text we can get our hands on was written by man, right? It was written by a human at some point in time. And the perceptions of humans, is very subjective to personal experience. And so this is a message from Jesus. Let me be your teacher. You'll find me in your heart. Push away anything you may think you know about me, and let me show you personally. Let me show you personally who I am. You don't have to follow any man-made religion to connect to the ascended masters. They are a part of us. They are our teachers. They are our protectors. They are our way showers. We all have access to them, and it's found inside of our heart. And that's where Jesus says, meet me. Let me show you a whole new world. All right, some of you feel like the world is too ugly, cold, and cruel, and you've closed off your heart. He wants to help with that. Because remember, the path to ascension isn't closing ourselves off and lowering our vibration. It's opening ourselves and rising. Yeah. And through that process, we do go through trials, tribulations, tests, challenges, setbacks, disappointments. But that's why we have Jesus. That's why we have the archangels. That's why we have our spirit guides. Oh my gosh, look at that. As I'm saying that, next card is Ten of Pentacles with support. They're always there. And, I went through a really rough childhood, and Jesus was with me all the way through, and that energy protected me in some really scary situations and spoke to me. Like, it's there. It is there. You don't have to be attached to any religion to connect to Jesus. All right? Or if you belong somewhere else, Jesus is still there offering unconditional love. Six of Pentacles, generosity. Strength. King of Wands. Ten of Wands. And the Hermit. Some of you are on the Hermit's journey right now, discovering yourself. And sometimes when you have reached a certain level of consciousness expansion, your vibration is just different, and you don't feel like you connect to most of humanity. And Jesus doesn't want you to feel like an outcast or beat yourself up about that. You're on the path, my friend. You are on the path of self-discovery, of connecting with your soul. And that's what we're here for. It's spiritual growth, consciousness expansion, evolution. That's what each of us are here for. And, those who go their own way, they're following the light, they're answering the call, they're finding their way home. Not everybody's ready for that. But if you are, don't think that there's something wrong with you because you feel awkward, the odd one out, socially weird, whatever. You vibrate somewhere else spiritually, okay? And you are clearly here to receive ascension, this life journey. And that's why you don't feel like you fit in, because everybody else is working on other stuff, but you are working on your way home. And I'm sorry you hear all that racket. That's my cat trying to get my attention. He's letting me know it's lunchtime. Even though he has food, dry food. Nope, we want the wet stuff. Jesus wants to help you open your heart and walk through like everything that tests you, okay, and that challenges you, that you must evolve beyond, grow beyond. He is there. You are being molded into a leader, okay, with this King of Wands and this King of Pentacles coming through. Sometimes you've got to stand alone, and that's okay, because the energies of the people around you are not at the same level as you, and you have to lower back down to relate, to connect. This is Jesus saying, be the light, be the beacon. Others who are ready to answer the call will align to you at some point and will find so much solace and strength and wisdom within you for their journey. I was getting a really deep, intense Reiki healing and release of some things of the past. Throughout the whole entire session, my right hand, I felt Jesus holding my hand, and there was just no question in my mind. And, when she was done doing the healing, I just said to her, I was like, there was somebody holding my hand the whole time through. And she says, oh, that was Jesus. And I wasn't going to say, that's what I felt. I just said somebody was holding my hand. She's like, oh, that was Jesus. And I was like, wow. I was feeling that the whole time. She told me that was him. I was working on releasing some heavy, heavy wounds. I'm telling you, Jesus will answer the call. No matter who you are, no matter what you believe, no matter where you've been, Jesus will answer the call and help you in any way possible. Nothing but unconditional love, and such a, like I said, it's the most pure of energy that I can touch. Yeah, we've got, okay, so that's why Jesus had me share that personal story. Some of you, there's a release. There's some things that need to be released. There's some things that need to be let go of. To let this new beginning in. Oh my gosh, how perfect is that? Oh, you're an earth angel. Yes, you're different. You do stand out. But you need to realize how beautiful you are. You're a light. You're a beacon. And sometimes people get blind. But you will find your tribe, your family, with unity. You just got to have patience with yourself, with the journey, with the process. But Jesus is there. And look into the Emerald Tablets of Thoth. I've only posted 2 on my channel. I need to get back on that, but those are pretty intense. It takes me like 4 or 5 hours just to do one tablet. And it's always very activating to me, even though I've read them multiple times. Every time, especially going in deep and having to reread because I like screw up. Oh, they're very activating, and so I've got to give myself a little bit of time afterwards to absorb. Empowering choices. I choose to think positive thoughts about myself. No matter how challenged I am, there is always an empowering option to choose. The more I choose, the better choices I make. Inner stability. When life becomes uncertain, I ensure that I love myself even more. That foundation of self-care sees me through all the ups and downs of this amazing journey called life, called my life. I am healing. When I am sad, the whole world reaches out, holds me, and keeps me safe until I heal. I take care to give myself all I need to be whole again, and Jesus will definitely come in and help you with that. Delightful movement. I move in healthful ways each day. A short walk, a dance to music I love, a swim within the ocean's cleansing beauty. I appreciate and support the wonder of my physical being. Love yourself. Love the body you're in. Individuality. I appreciate my own uniqueness. I am not like anyone else, and I love this about me. What a beautiful last message from Jesus after everything that's already come through. All right, so those are our messages for the 12th day of Christmas. I truly hope that you guys have enjoyed this series and that it's helped you and it has activated you. It absolutely has done that to me, even though I'm the reader. I've definitely been touched by these messages and have taken them to heart, and will be working to change different aspects of myself, but in a very loving, nurturing, and encouraging way because of all the messages that we have received through these 12 days. So I am wishing you all a very Merry Christmas, a blessed Yuletide, happy holidays. May 2023 bring more blessings than you can count. Take care, everybody.